Hey, what's up? Lately, for this past couple of days, God has me basically researching. Okay, I've been really locked in on this YouTube. It's a ministry with a husband and a wife. I'm not sure of their names. I discovered their ministry maybe about a year ago, and God put it back into my He put their ministry back into my algorithm, so I'm able to catch up on everything that I've missed. So in this ministry, it's a YouTube channel called Life is Spiritual, and I love their ministry because they give you knowledge based on the marine kingdom, symbols, hybrid, siren, demonic, everything there is to know. Because the thing is that the wife, she used to work with Satan. She was initiated into the marine kingdom, initiated to all these covenants. So she was able to have a one-on-one coaching with Satan himself. She was able to witness things that a lot of people have not witnessed in their lives. So she's able to tell us, to teach us what goes on in Satan's kingdom. She's able to teach us what goes on with the marine kingdom. I recently visited this church, and it's a great church. Like, I really wanted to go back to the church, but the thing is that I'm too deep into the spiritual that I cannot just go to a church. I mean, the message is great. The message can be great. And yes, I can go to that church from time to time, but it may feed me and it may give me nice, powerful message, but it's nothing like speaking in tongues. It's nothing like really fasting and prayer and really knowing the things of the spirit that we need to know to be able to do spiritual warfare, to be able to minister, to be able, and it's great because I'm not bashing anyone's walk with God. I'm not bashing any church or any preacher or anything like that. But how I was raised, how God raised me, growing me spiritually with my pastor, I never was able to know the gift of tongues until my pastor, when he came into my life and he started helping develop me as a spiritual Christian. That's when I received the gift of tongues, and that's how I was able to work in my prophetics. So again, there's nothing wrong with the average Christian church, with the feel-good messages and the messages that are mostly needed too, and to help you get on that path. But I outgrew it, if that makes sense. It did help me get back right with God, or get back into it did help me to get back into what is my true purpose with God, and stop going the other way, which was I was looking at some other endeavors or some other businesses that God had nothing to do with. So it did take me off that route, and then I was able to get on the right path. And God showed me that in a dream, actually, where I was driving the wrong way, and then he redirected me, okay, into the right way, into the right path that God really has for me. And in their ministry, I've been learning literally daily, watching these documentaries, because what the woman of God has, she's able to expose the kingdom of darkness. And a lot of the times you think, oh, it's fear, oh, it's the spirit of fear. No, rebuke that. It's not supposed to give you the spirit of fear. It's just to keep you aware of the strategies and the tactics of the marine kingdom, the strategies and the tactics of the demonic kingdoms. It's to give you knowledge to break these generational curses. It's to give you knowledge of what is going on in the bloodline. It's to give you knowledge and to deliver you through knowledge. And I'm reading comments because a person commented under Stephanie, this minister named Stephanie Ophi, or Stephanie, something like that. And he said, oh, I stopped listening to her because her messages is all about fear. If you stop listening to her, you cannot blame that on her. Blame that on these demons that want to put fear in you. That is not supposed to give you fear. It's supposed to give you knowledge. Her messages is to give you knowledge. That's why God is using her to expose the kingdom of darkness. And what do you do with the knowledge? You repent. You repent of what you was doing before. You repent, and then you go into spiritual warfare, or because this is your new deliverance. The new knowledge that you have acquired is supposed to give you deliverance of what is happening in the kingdom of darkness. So once you receive that deliverance, that's when you go and you change your ways. That's when you change the things that you consume. You change the things that you buy. You change the things that you used to do. You pray differently. You take your spiritual life more serious. That is the purpose of exposing the kingdom of darkness. So I'm going to need you to stop thinking that when people expose the kingdom of darkness, that they're trying to just give you the spirit of fear. No, they are not. They are not trying to give you the spirit of fear. They are not trying to make you fearful, because God is not a God of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. It's to give you spiritual awareness, and that's what we lack. That's what some people lack most of the time, spiritual awareness. So God can be using these ministries to give us spiritual awareness, to give you spiritual awareness, woman of God. And it is great to watch, to learn your opponent. It is great to learn who your enemy is, to learn the tactics that he used, to learn about the marine kingdom. There's a lot of folks who's caged in the jail of the marine kingdoms. Prophets in the marine kingdoms whose souls are caged. And these things, when we're getting knowledge and we're learning these teachings, is to expose the kingdom of darkness so that our souls may be saved, our salvation may be saved. And that we're not walking with the people of iniquity, but we're separating ourselves and walking as a child of light. That is what these teachings are for. So, woman of God, get your teachings. Learn about demonology. Learn about demonology. Learn the ways of the marine kingdom, of the witchcraft covenant, of how these people use these evil covenants against us. That's why he says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Because some of us just want to be comfortable in our ignorance and thinking that God is going to expose them for you. And most of the times he do. But it's up to us to let him use us and get that knowledge. To not be so fearful and believing that, hey, that woman of God, because she's been through this, because she's been through that, let me listen to her because she might help me on my deliverance. She may help me to get closer to my destiny. Okay? So stop being so fearful. Many people, because of their lack of knowledge, many people are caged. Many people are dwelling in their spiritual laziness. They're not putting in their spiritual works. They're letting the cankerworm and the locust steal years from them. They're letting these people take their wealth from them. By dwelling in spiritual laziness, you're letting the kingdom of darkness take your wealth that God has given you. You letting the kingdom of darkness take your prosperity, take your freedom. When it's time to go into battle, you need to know what to pray against. You need to know what is the enemy doing. What is the strategies that he's trying to use? What is his tactics? Where did the sea beasts? What are they trying to do? The marine kingdom. They use fornication. They use idolatry. They use everything that God tells us in the Bible to steer clear from. That's what they use to cage you. That's what they use to cage the people of Christ. I hope you get the wisdom and the knowledge to receive the message from this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.